We have one more step to do on the waist before we are finished and go on to the hems. So let's go ahead and check our machine. Make sure we're stitching okay. And this one, again, we're going to be stitching through the elastic, and it doesn't really like it, so we have to go slow and careful. All right, so you notice I still have the, I've got the free arm off. It can be on or off, it really doesn't matter. You want to have the right side of your shorts facing up, and you're at the back seam where we had the casing, where we closed up the casing. And I'm actually going to wiggle my elastic a little bit so I'm not through all of the thickness there. And I can do that just by kind of smushing it over a little bit with my thumb. I'm just going to move it so it's not right on top of the seam. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch across this seam to keep my elastic from twisting. And so I moved where it's overlapped, I've moved down here. I just kind of pushed it with my finger. You can just kind of work the gathers. And what I want to do is line up my needle so it is right in the ditch. This is called stitching in the ditch. Grab your threads to start. Do a couple stitches forward. Let's back stitch. Okay, and then we're going to stay right in that ditch till we get to the other line of stitching at the bottom of the casing. And then we're just going to back stitch a few stitches there. Stop, needle up, press your foot up, pull off to the left, and clip those threads. And what we've done now is we've stitched through the elastic at that spot, and it won't bend over at that point, and it won't twist. So it's stuck there. That part right there, it's not moving. I can't shift it around anymore. All right, so our casing is all done. Our next step is to go to the sit down at our tables and start hemming our shorts. If you put the inseam pockets on your shorts, you had to base the upper edge of your pocket across the top before we sewed the casing. And we want to get rid of that basting. Remember, we were supposed to leave some tails so it would be easier to take out. So I am just going to very, very carefully along this upper edge. Your basting should have ended up somewhere within the casing. It might be at the very top. It might be just slightly over. Mine's about 1/4 of an inch from the upper top. Upper top, that's kind of redundant. And if I grab this, I might be able to just pull this all the way out because this was basting and it was loose. If you notice, I have a little tiny pink thread, and that's my thread that's on the other side. And if I can grab that and pull that out, I will. It may be hidden inside, and if that's the case, then you may not be able to get that other thread out. So if you just have a little tail, you can't get it out. Let's see. Mine completely came out on both sides. I have another one to do over here, but you understand what you have to do. If you have those in the seam pockets, you basted the top edge, go ahead and take that basting out before we go to the hems.